Have you ever wondered how some companies can be ahead and find these opportunities and bid these bids, these contracts, these proposals, and be so on top of it? Like you pull an archived copy of their proposal that they submitted competing against you, and you're thinking to yourself, how do they put this together? They must have an army of writers and designers and layout performers to make this happen. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you capture planning and how the big companies and many of our clients that are using this tool to get ahead of everyone else. My name is Melinda Cologne. I am a government contracting expert and enterprise value architect, which basically means that I want you to make money and make a lot of it to grow your business and create a sustainable one. And today is one of the most important conversations to have because most business owners who are navigating government contracts has no idea how to capture plan. They don't know how to forecast. And similarly, how you would forecast the weather and to figure out, when you're going on a vacation or you're traveling and trying to pick out the right outfits to pack, it's the same type of idea. We want to be able to forecast, to plan ahead what those opportunities are before they even exist in the procurement portal. When you go to sam.gov and you're looking for opportunities and you're putting your NAICS codes and keywords to see if anything shows up for your business. But the problem is that it's Tuesday at 3 p.m. and it's very random. It's kind of like the law of probability. Like, how often will that actually occur? Maybe once in a lifetime. And it's not a consistent system. What is more consistent and more predictable for you and your business is having a forecasted plan. Now, I'm going to share with you one of the tools that we have created in our business so that we can help our clients get forecasts so that they can plan ahead. The power of a forecast. And I'll explain to you why this is so important, because if you don't know what's happening, you're pretty much just running and racing to the end. It's a deadline focus. It's like you only have 2 to 3 weeks max, and you are running an entire business. You're already burned out as it is, and then you have to think about government contracts. And to be honest, I really believe this is where people come with these excuses like, there's too much paperwork and bureaucracy and red tape and etc. If you had more time, then you would be able to see it for what it is. There's gatekeeping. I mean, registration alone is a gatekeeping method. It's helping the agencies filter out people that are not serious about building long-term strategic relationships with them. It's also about the proposal process. Listen, these are tax dollars that they're spending, and they have to be good stewards of them. There are so many, especially until up to today, for years and years and years, decades and decades of people taking advantage of the system, trying to go around and skirt the system so that they can get money versus trying to be a good steward and a good partner at that. This is so important. When you see it from that perspective, it's not paperwork, it's not red tape, it's not bureaucracy, it is gatekeeping. And in your business, I'm sure there's gatekeeping. It's not that anybody off the street can pick up the phone and call you directly. And if it is, you need to create some boundaries because you're probably burned out. You don't want to burn out. You don't want to be involved in every activity. You want to be able to delegate. Why? Because you create systems. And when you create systems, your business is able to run on its own. And when you create a business that runs on its own, it increases the value. It also helps you stay a visionary. Being a visionary is so crucial. It's the reason why it's crucial is it because it unlocks the creativity in your mind. And if you're always going in operations, which means that you're using your logical mind, you're just going checklist and just get things done and let me not think about it and just plow through things. What's happening is that you're not utilizing your creativity. And because you're not utilizing your creativity, you become someone else's leverage. You get to become more controlled by the business and the systems and the team and the market and the industry. And when they say you duck, opposed to creating an entirely different avenue for you and your business that really unlocks longevity and consistency for a long period of time. I wanted to stress that so much with you because I see a lot of business owners make this mistake, which is just go on sam.gov and just scroll and you'll find something and you'll just, if you're a graphic designer and you see something about painting, you can paint, right? You can go to Home Depot and get a paint roller and go figure it out. Don't do that. That is not good. That is actually working against you and creating a liability business where your business is worth nothing because you're just doing these like miscellaneous activities. Now, I don't need to stress this too much for you because you've established and created a real business you're proud of. But what I want to stress is that you shouldn't stress about contracts. When you're in construction, for example, and you really have an entire portfolio of helping clients with renovations, if there is something other than renovations out there, and the majority, like I'm saying 90% of your experience is renovations, when you get to new construction or interior fit ups or expansions and additions, those things are out of scope. I want to stress this because your numbers or your alignment to it is going to be a challenge. If you're not ready to do that, don't do it. You start with renovation projects and then grow and build a relationship with those agencies. If you are in, let's say, IT and you see a solicitation for software, they want to purchase software, let's say Microsoft, they need a Microsoft. You're like, well, it's kind of close, it's like it fell into the NAICS code. I guess I should provide it. It is not within your scope. You build software, you don't sell software. There's a completely different dynamic in the two. And so if you stay in your lane, you stay focused, and the hundreds of thousands of agencies that are available to you right now that buy what you exactly sell and the size of that you sell, even when you are a small business, even you're a solopreneur, 3 team members or 5 or 10 team members, there is an opportunity for you. It is not about the years that you've been in your business. It's about the experiences and the outcomes that you've been able to deliver for clients. So let's get down to it. What is capture planning? So what capture planning is basically knowing ahead of time what the opportunities are and strategically positioning for them. Meaning that when you see those large prime opportunities and you really just only do like 10% of the entire scope of work, do we just ignore it? No, the amateurs will say, yes, of course. But no, you look for a strategic teaming partner that can do the other 90%. And that way you get on that contract, but it opens up even more opportunity. Now, here's what's important about capture planning. Capture planning only works well when you have a forecast. I'm not talking about one opportunity or two. I'm talking about dozens of opportunities, at least 15 to 25. Like somewhere in that is a sweet spot where you could start to figure out what is happening for the next 6 to 12 months in your market, like actually knowing what agencies are buying what, when, and how much, and be able to position ahead of time. Imagine what that's going to do when you see the solicitation pop up on sam.gov and you already knew about it 9 months ahead. You have your right team, you have your right strategy, you have your right positioning, and everything is aligning. This is the power of forecasting. If you want to learn more about forecasting and capture planning, I'm going to be diving into this in our upcoming masterclass that you can go ahead and click the link down below or go to melindacologne.com/training. And I look forward to seeing you there. And this is where I'm going to unlock the highest level strategy so that you can accelerate the results, get clarity, and position with power.